Deuces here with another action figure review, and today I'm going to be reviewing a Transformers movie figure, the Premier Edition Optimus Prime Voyager class figure from the Transformers: The Last Night Premier line of figures. So a figure I wasn't sure I was going to pick up, but I saw him at the store, and I heard from multiple people saying that this is a really good figure. So I thought, what the hell, I'll pick it up. And this figure will pretty much determine whether I get any more movie figures. I do want to get the Barricade, but these figures are kind of expensive up here in Canada for whatever reason. They bumped up the price on all the figures. Like, yeah, you can get Titans Return deluxe figures for like $20, but you got to pay $30 for deluxe movie figures, and it's like the same deal with these guys here. You got the Voyagers for Titans Return like 30, and these guys are like 40, which is kind of stupid. But I was gonna wait till these came on sale, but I just decided just to get this guy now. And let's take a look at the packaging first. And I like the packaging a lot, actually. You got the Transformers logo on the side. You got this Premier Edition sort of stamp on it. It's really cool. You got the figure fully and clearly displayed. Got a really cool image of Optimus. Got Optimus Prime there. Transformers Last Night. Nothing on the bottom to really worry about, except for it's got the authentic Transformers logo on the bottom. You got the cool Autobot logo. Some more stuff. Voyager class in multiple languages. Pretty cool image of Optimus there. Earth's greatest protector. You got an image of the figure and his vehicle mode and 30 steps and all that good stuff. It says what it comes with. And then there's also the Voyager Grimlock, which was also there, but I don't really have a desire to get. So pretty cool. Oh yeah, there's also some Cybertronian the text on the top here. Anyway, so packaging is pretty cool. Kind of like this box style packaging is pretty cool. But I'm going to get them opened up. We'll take a closer look at the figure. I have Optimus Prime out of the packaging, and this is a really cool figure. I'm pretty impressed with it for the most part. I definitely say, I don't own very many movie figures, but I definitely say it's probably my favorite movie figure, or pretty close to being my favorite movie figure, because there's a lot of aspects about it. They're just really well done. I do have my problems with it. Of course, no figure is usually perfect. But I'll get onto that. So first, just take a look at him in vehicle mode. As you can see, he's in his Age of Extinction Last Night truck mode, which is really cool. I like the more modern truck look. I think it looks good. And the vehicle mode turned out pretty good. You know, there's not a whole lot of extra junk going on or anything like that. It all fits together pretty nice and tightly. It's a pretty sturdy vehicle mode, so I'm really happy about that. The paint's really nice. One of the best things about this figure is the paint is really well done. So you have this really nice sort of shiny blue and shiny red going on the figure. You got the flame decals going on, which is really cool. You've got black paint for the windshield and the windows, and this nice shiny silver paint for the silver spots, which on the top there, and the fuel tanks and whatnot. It's really cool. It's a little hard to see if it wants to focus. But there are really small sculpted Autobot logos in the middle of his wheels, which is really cool. And he's got some really nice sculpted details with vents and whatnot going on, which is really cool. Even got the steps sculpted on there, which is cool as well. The grill looks nice. You got the blue thing in the middle, and you got another nice sculpted Autobot logo in the middle there, which is really cool. The lights there. You got the back here. I would have liked if these smokestacks were painted the same silver paint, but it's not a huge deal. The back looks nice too. Again, that nice blue, more nice sculpted detail. The backlights, which I kind of wish those backlights were painted in, but it's not a huge deal. And overall, it's a really nice looking vehicle mode. There's not a whole lot much more to say. It's just a really nice looking vehicle mode. I really like this look for the truck. In terms, he rolls pretty well. I find some of his back wheels don't like to catch. For some reason, they don't like to roll as well. It might just be I don't have them transformed as well as I could, but for the most part, it's okay. And one thing I really like about the vehicle mode is they incorporated storage for his accessories. So on the back, you probably have already noticed, you can peg in his shield into his back. Really, right there, it's really cool, and it kind of hides sort of the extra junk underneath, which is nice. And it doesn't really take anything away from the look for the most part. It looks pretty cool. And then on the bottom, you can actually clip in his sword right here, and has a really nice clean storage for the sword, so I'm also really happy about that. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. It's a pretty nice vehicle mode, pretty solid. But I'm going to get him transformed, and we'll take a look at him in robot mode. I'm not going to show the transformation, don't want to take up too much time. You can find other reviewers that will do the transformation, but even then, the transformation, I don't want to call it simple, but it's not hard, and the instructions are very clear. It's not a hard instructions to follow, so you should have no problem transforming him if you get the figure. Anyways, we'll be right back after I get him. Alright, now we have Optimus Prime in his robot mode, and again, just like the vehicle mode, the robot mode is done very well. How accurate it is to the new movie is hard to say. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I think it's relatively accurate. I think there are some, differences to the movie character in the movie and the actual figure. I'm not 100% sure. I know that the Barricade figure, from watching other reviews, he has some differences, some inaccuracies, but just taking it as the figure as it is really well done. I really love the paint on it. I think one of the best things about the figure in terms of look is the paint is really nice. So let's get a closer look in here. We'll look at the head sculpt first. If it wants to focus. There we go. So here's the head sculpt, and the head sculpt's really good. You got the fins and everything, and you got all this nice sculpted little details going on, which is really cool. You got a nice silver paint app in the middle there, and some light blue paint apps to emulate the eyes, which is cool. I almost feel like they kind of painted too much blue in the eyes. It makes him look like he has bigger eyes than he does. Maybe they're trying to get the glow effect, I don't know. But for the most part, it looks really good. He has this really nice silver and blue and red shiny paint all throughout the figure, which looks really, really nice. Makes it have a very metal look. You have the smokestacks there. All this really nice sculpted detail is just phenomenal. I really like the shiny silver, and the more shiny paint looks awesome, and the shiny silver goes really good with the darker gray that they also use. Sculpting detail is really great, like it usually is with Transformers. The hands there look pretty good. Got the little front piece. This does, because of the transformation, this does move, so it doesn't hinder any articulation. Got the flames there, it's pretty cool. The back. The only thing I don't really like, well, it's not a huge deal because it's not overly noticeable, but he does have a little bit of a backpack going on. Not a huge issue. It doesn't look too bad, but it is the whole roof of the truck, so that kind of sucks a little bit, but not a huge deal. Not a whole lot to see on the back. The wheels look really nice where they are in the feet. I like how that looks a lot, and the transformation is quite neat for that. Silver paint apps on the shins look really good. The blue again looks really nice. Kind of wish the feet were in this silver paint, but not a huge issue. They look good too. And overall, it's a really good looking figure for the most part. I don't have too many overly huge complaints about that. It looks really good. Then moving on to articulation, which is probably one of the places where this figure really does well for the most part. He has some really good articulation. You can get a lot of really great posing out of this figure. He has a ball joint at the head, which moves up a little bit, down a little bit, and moves side to side, and not really much pivot going on, but you can move the head around. He has really good hinges at the shoulders, these little shoulder pads, because move up so they don't hinder articulation. He goes to full 9 degrees, you rotate it all around. While it's not technically articulation, the arm tabs in like this, as you can see, and tabs in like that. While it's not meant to, if you want to, you can untab those so you can get his arms to move in. So you can do that. Tab that back in there. I mean, a swivel at the bicep, a hinge at the elbow, which moves 90 degrees. Unfortunately, no wrist articulation. That's one thing that bothers me about the articulation. He has no wrist articulation. I don't like that. He has swivel in the hips, or swivel waist, sorry, and he has a swivel in the hips along with a hinge, and they move out a pretty good amount. Move out to about that far, so that's not too bad. He has swivels at the thighs, a hinge at the knee, which unfortunately doesn't move as far as I'd like it to. I mean, it's not bad by any means, but it doesn't move to a full 90 degrees because of all the junk behind his leg. But yeah, you got hinge at the knee, and no foot articulation, no ankle pivot or anything like that. But it doesn't matter too much because his feet are so big that you don't really need the pivot, which is nice. And then as for accessories, comes with 2 accessories. Comes with his shield, which is cool. It has this gray paint and this light blue paint on it, which is pretty cool. And you can plug into either arm. He's a hole in each forearm. You can plug into either arm you want. I got plugged on this one, so that's pretty cool. I do think it's a little small. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's supposed to be this small, but I think it's for a shield. It's technically his gun too, but for a shield, I think it should be a bit bigger. I know they probably made it this small so you could store it in the truck and make it so it doesn't look goofy. But it would be nice if it's a little bigger, I think. He also comes with this sword, which I actually sheathed back here because he actually has a slot back here to sheathe it. I'll try to show you, but this is what it looks like when it's sheathed. So that's really cool. They give you storage for the sword when he's in robot mode. Take a quick close look at the sword. I feel like this sword isn't accurate. It doesn't look like the sword he was using in Age of Extinction. It doesn't look like the sword he's using in the trailer. But I could be wrong, I guess. But it is really, nevertheless, it looks good and it's nicely sculpted. It's got all this sculpting detail, looks really good. And the handle looks nice. And the blade's a nice orange, kind of like that Energon orange of that Optimus's trademark usually weapons come from, which is cool. Would have been cool if the handle was in the silver paint, though I could also see that paint scraping off if you kept putting it in and out of his hand potentially, so maybe this was the right way to go, but I would have liked to see the silver paint for the handle. But yeah, it goes in the sheath, which I will see. Yeah, see right there, there's a little slot right there. That's where the sword goes into. And then he can hold it pretty good. Or no, he does hold it really good. You just gotta put it up into the thicker part of the handle so you can hold on to it there. And then there you go, you have him holding on to it. Looks really cool. And yeah, really cool looking figure, especially with the sword. If you want to, you can get two-handed poses, but to do that, you have to do the thing where you untab the shoulders and move them in. But if you want to do those poses, you can do that, which is pretty cool. So I will quickly do a comparison with I don't have any other movie figures, but I do have one deluxe figure with me, or on hand is the Fall Cybertron Shockwave deluxe figure. So he's a Voyager. He's decently bigger than the deluxe. So I think in terms of size, he has the right size for a Voyager. So that's really cool. And yeah, overall this is a really cool figure. I definitely see why people really like this one. I do really like it too. I think it's I don't own very many movie figures, like I've said, but I think it is my favorite movie figure that I own. I just really like the articulation. The paint is really nice on it. The sculpt's pretty good. Transformation, both modes are really good. It's just overall pretty much a home run on Hasbro's part. Up here in Canada, this guy is a little expensive. They want $10 more than a normal Voyager figure for this guy, which really sucks. I was going to wait till he goes on sale, but my addiction got the better of me and I picked him up now. I'm not going to do that for the deluxe. I want to get Barricade, but I'm going to wait till he goes on sale. There's no way I'm paying $30 for a deluxe figure. But yeah, I think if you can find them, and if you're collecting the movie Transformers figures, then this is a highly recommend. Pretty much a must get. If you're collecting the movie figures, you're going to want to get this figure. You won't be disappointed at all. You're going to love this guy. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the new Transformers The Last Night figures down in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video.